Hello everyone, Cabo here, as usual, coming over with a stream of Honkai Impact 3rd. So, I was thinking about a couple of things, the last couple of things and things like that, other than just like the absolute need to continue with this chapter, because you know, it's a chapter about my favorite character, Otto Apocalypse, and I've been watching, like right before this, I actually ended up rewatching the EX little like movie to just like hype myself up, and the more that I see it and the more that I think about it, it's just like, oh, I want to know what's next. I know what's going on. I don't know what's going on, and I want to know what's going on. Oh, okay, I can actually draw. Okay, I wanted to find out if there was actually like an invisible wall. It looks like they let you drop. Looks like I don't take damage though, so it's fine. So the idea is that I was hyping myself up by watching the EX little like movie, and it's just way too good, man. What's going on in like the whole movie, and like nothing has even started happening yet. The only thing that has happened that's from the movie is Otto's resignation from being the overseer of Shixad and calling out the Valkyries to Coloste. That's pretty much all that has been shown from the movie in game. And there's like so much like that ends up going on in the movie that's supposed to be coming up later if it follows the movie. Because if I remember correctly, for Fuhua's little like arc, did kind of follow the movie. I think there was like one. No. I think it followed it completely. Like there was like the fight with Kevin. There was the fight with Boronia with the Upside Down City. There was the fight against Kiana. It didn't exactly happen like that in the movie, but Kiana and Chiki-chan did end up fighting at one point. There are also other things that I have been thinking about, like for example, as much as I want to complete this chapter, there's like a small bit of like a need that I have to try and spam a little bit of CZZ, because I really want to be able to catch up with the current update, so I don't end up pulling a Wuwa on ZZZ. I mean, of course, later on, after I'm done with a couple of things, maybe after I finish off with like ZZZ, I'll start playing Wuwa again on like stream and go through the story and unlock the dailies. Finally unlock the dailies for Wuwa. But the thing is that I actually just ended up falling behind so much. Part of it wasn't like my fault. Well, maybe not. Actually, yeah, all of it was my fault, because things ended up happening like in the background. My life and stuff like that, and I just wasn't feeling up for it to like stream. But it's just like if I wanted to stream, I could have just like started it with like no problem with it, but I just didn't feel too good to stream, and so at the end of the day, it's my fault. Oh hell, hey, wait, who's Jabu? Who's Kabi? There you go, now you got my name right. How's it going, Al? I haven't seen you for a while. You're definitely... What are you doing? What are you doing watching streams at work? You're probably out there delivering flowers to other people while at work. You're 100% doing it at work. You're being a flower man on the side. The secret hacker man's flower man. You really have been going around everywhere, and I keep seeing you on other people's streams as well. I see you in Cuddlebee's stream, I see you in Charmy's streams, I of course see you in Toki's streams. I see you everywhere. I think the other day I saw you at Chi's stream. Oh wait, no, I think you were in a Chi stream. I think I only saw Zulu and in Daydreams. Daydreams? Was it Daydreams? I can't remember. I saw Zulu and someone else on She's stream, and you're everywhere. Yes, you are everywhere. You're like the flowers, growing literally everywhere. Except I think that's weed. Well, not weed as in, you know, the smoking kind, as in the one that you gotta pull out because they just like grow like crazy. I don't know what they're called. Just like grass in general. I'm part of a lot of communities. Indeed you are. You also have a lot of emotes at your disposal. And you only use like 4 of them. You use that despair emote. You use that. Oh wait, who's that person? I see you using that person's like emotes a lot, like a lot. What is it? Not Indian. Skew. All right, thank you all for coming by. Have a good one. Have a nice time at work. Don't force yourself at you know, just like having a tough time just to go into everyone's stream and stuff like that. And you also need to rest. You keep talking about getting like headaches and just like not being able to actually sleep. So you need to get some good rest, Al. What's rest? The thing that you don't have. That's what rest is. Real for realsies. After over an hour of urgent preparations, the platform for the Herschel collision experiment had been set up on a bridge in Colosseum. Oh, and there's another new emote. Whose is this? Himawa. Bye bye, Al. Thanks for coming. Boing. Under a dark, overcast sky, the Herrscher of Flame Scion and the third Herrscher of Reason had each taken their positions. Right, also before I forget, I need to do a couple of things on my computer or my browser in order to not miss some stuff. Ah! Man, apparently my new part, the part that I've been needing to actually upgrade to my new CPU, is coming in today. So hopefully I can go for it today, like later at nighttime. And if I can, then I can probably do my PC upgrades today, and be a happy man tomorrow. That'd be great. And other than that, let me check the rest of the things, and everything else is looking good. All right. Before I started yapping with Al, the thing that I was saying is that I want to spam ZZC because it just got released, so there's not much content in it, and I mean like story content. So I can probably finish that really quickly, and I can start doing the side content on the background. Well, right now doing on the background. When I catch up to like every single one of the gotchas and stuff like that, I can maybe do it on the stream. Or maybe I don't know. There's like so many games that I want to play on stream rather than playing some like side quests and stuff from like other games. I think maybe I'll just like keep the side content to myself off stream, and I just like throw in the main content on stream. That's probably what everyone's interested in, like me getting through like the story, or like maybe not me, but in general, people are more interested in seeing people get through the story rather than for them to actually just go through like the exploration, learning the game, stuff like that. So I was thinking about that, just like finish CCC and just put it in the back burner until the new update comes out. And when the new updates comes out, I just play it, I finish it real quick, and then I can go on to the next thing that I'm doing, which is probably going to be either finishing this game or going into Genshin, because I still need to go into Genshin and start working towards the update that's supposed to be like the big update, which is like the new region that my friend has been talking about. Of the characters that I already saw, like the shark girl that I mentioned before, that's actually really cute. Like she rides such a shark at one point on like the trailer. And yes, I did watch the trailer because my friend told me that there were like no spoilers in it. So there's that. I want to do that. I also want to start catching up on Honkai Star Rail, but I've heard that Honkai Star Rail is a little bit more slow on like the updates in terms of like the story that they throw out. So maybe there's a chance for me to be able to actually play it and finish it really, really quickly after I'm done with Genshin, because I'm definitely gonna be doing Honkai Impact, then Genshin Impact, and then I'm going to be doing Honkai Star Rail. The only reason that I'm going ZDT now is because it's like the new game, and two, it's because it seems it doesn't have much of a connection to like the other Hoyo games, with the exception of a certain character that showed up on a lore video that has heterochromia and looks a little bit like our Herrscher of Flame Sign before she got her Herrscher of Flame Sign powers. But yeah, I kind of want to catch up. And another reason that I want to catch up is because I've been watching other people, and those people, the people that I'm like supporting on like their streams, just like being on their chat, they are playing the game. So if they stream way more than me and for way longer hours, so I want to be able to actually watch them play the game without getting myself spoiled. And to do that, I have to go even faster than them. So I think what I'm probably going to be doing is that if I want to continue with this game and also do the ZCC stuff, maybe I should try to finish this arc And then because the next arc is apparently it apparently starts with like the Elysian Realm, and I need to farm a bit of like the Elysian Realm because I definitely had not been doing that because of my other plan that I have to catch up with the game, which is not farming stuff and then swiping for every single gacha that comes out because that's like the only way that I can actually end up catching up in this game about now because I don't gain enough crystals. I don't feel like I gain enough crystals to be able to catch up to long time players. So I already have an idea for that, and I'm gonna put it into play when I catch up with the story, and you'll notice a difference. Probably, maybe, I'm not sure. Maybe if I mention it, but yeah, that's the idea. Finish with this arc, then put Honkai to rest for a little bit. Maybe completely finish ZZZ, and once I'm done with ZZZ, just come back to this game, and that's like the plan that I have right now. Of course, together with a couple of plans that I'm thinking about, I'm also still thinking about showing the trailer of the next chapter, the moment that I'm going to be starting the chapter, or maybe I like at the end of this chapter, since today's probably going to be a pretty short stream because of things that I have to do later on. I have to look for things, and I gotta get ready to do all my PC upgrades because they're really really important because they're going to be helping me a lot on gaming and streaming. Because right now I can game comfortably when I'm not streaming, but the moment that I start streaming, it problems start occurring like lag starts happening, lag spikes, frame drops. My it's just like I don't have that beefy of a CPU to be able to actually do all the things that I'm currently doing. Talking about our little Herrscher of Flame Scion, but yeah, it's the character that I'm talking about is actually I can't remember if that character even has like silver or white hair, but they definitely did have like the heterochromia eyes with the colors of Kiana and Sirin. That's like 100% I think that was going that she had. Now, if I remember correctly, right now we're like testing to see. They talked about a lot of complicated things. Something about to see if the Herrscher core was alive or not, because of like its unique composition or something like that, and then they just like threw sciencey dingies all over the place, so it became really really tough to actually like follow up on what they were talking about, because I know this game loves its science and quantum stuff and the imaginary tree and stuff like that, and it's supposed to be like really complicated, and I don't think we're supposed to be able to like understand it because the characters in the game don't even understand it themselves. They just come up with theories.
わかりました。
Hmm.
キアナ、対極研究を通して力をコントロールして。まずは一番弱い崩壊エネルギーからゆっくりと強くしていこう。律者コアの中の崩壊エネルギーを水滴のようににじませて徐々にさざ波にするようにして。
Reminds me of Kiana's training back on the other chapters to be able to use the edge of Taichuan.
ブローニャさんとそれから被験体の律者コアが同じ直線にある状態をキープする。さあ、ブローニャさんに合わせて崩壊エネルギーの量を増やして、ゆっくりと確実に互いに合わせながら出力を上げていくんだ。よし、今だ。いけー。
I knew it. I knew the CG was going to end up showing up on this part, and I was really hoping that I was not wrong because I would have been devastated if for some reason the CG that I put as the thumbnail ended up being like way farther in like the chapters, like maybe chapter 27. Imagine if it was chapter 28, and then I just like look at this CG and I was just like, this looks like the next thing that's gonna happen. Because I just saw Kiana and Bronya, and then the Herrscher core, which was the thing that they were talking about before I stopped my stream last time. Teiko Kaiho! The two equally powerful beams of Honkai energy came in contact with the Herrscher of Dominance core, creating an almost perfect collision with no energy leaking. The Herrscher of Dominance core, which had not reacted in any previous experiment, began to give off a subtle yet distinct glow. NT Entropy's recording equipment recorded every energy fluctuation throughout the process. Now, all that was needed was to wait for the result of the data analysis. Oh, wait, that was it? I was actually expecting, like, for them to just like throw in like the oh, this was the data analysis, and then they just go on to like science. Which, I mean, they might still end up doing that because, you know, Einstein and Tesla are here. But I know Durandal and Rita are not like the sciencey kind of people, so maybe we'll get a break with from long dialogue here, hopefully.
実験成功おめでとうございますキアナさんありがとうこういう力の使い方は私たちにとっても新しい体験だったから一回で成功できてよかった
So it was successful in this first try. At the very least, that's really nice. No hell breaking loose. No Herrscher core accidentally reviving, and then we have to fight the Herrscher of Dominance again. No Herrscher core breaking, and then we're just like, this was fake! Otto, why? And then we just like become really angry at Otto, like, you know, every single chapter where Otto shows up, everybody's angry at him.
たとえうまくいかなかったとしても、実験自体には意味はありますから。今まで天命で得た経験は律者と戦う方法ばかりでしたが。
I wonder if Hoyoverse throughout like their games, if they really dumb down like their dialogue because of the type of dialogue that ZZZ has. It's like longish, but it's like somewhat I don't know if I could say like more bearable, because I can definitely bear this this type of like dialogue. Maybe for other people it's just like way more bearable for them to actually read ZCC's dialogue rather than Honkai Impact's dialogue, because this is just like this is probably way too visual novelty for like action gamers, you know? Although it's a really good story and stuff like that, it's just like it's tough to get through the science and the talking in between. I mean, we're supposed to be on the same band now, like Kiana and Durandal, with Teriri actually taking over.
以前不朽なる刃と雷の律者で共同作戦を行いましたが、互いに十分な理解がなく、実際はあまり満足のいく結果を得られませんでした。
But actually, it wasn't that bad at all. I mean, the biggest problem was Raven and Rita just like bunking each other's head, just like trying to one up each other, like subtle insults and trash talking. But other than that, it's just like May just wanted to get done with it, and Durandal just like wanted to do what she needed to do in order to like save the city and the things that were happening due to the Herrscher of Ice, which then turned into the Herrscher of Rhymestar. Wait, no, what was the Herrscher of Rhymestar from the start? What was the name of the Herrscher? I already forgot. The fused Herrscher. But anyways, at the end of the day, May and Durandal ended up working together and really well because they defeated the Herrscher. The fused Herrscher.
実を言うとその時3万字の反省文を書きました。デュランダル様は反省しすぎているのではないかと大主教様まで話していて。
Yeah, even though Otto looks like very much like someone that just like throws around a lot of like rules, and everybody has to like follow the rules in order for nobody to just like try to do something like sneaky, or for him to just have like control over everything. He seems like a little bit like laid back in terms of like those kind of things, like he has shown in the manga. Sometimes like he just throws around like a couple of like jokes, or he's like sometimes even like a little bit like lazy with like the things that he does, and he sometimes even fails when he's trying to do something, like when on the Second Eruption manga, when he was trying to actually go to Siberia, but I think he ended up transporting himself onto the wrong body, which was like a child body, and then got grabbed by Kiana and Cecilia, the real Kiana and Cecilia.
おや、どうしましたか？大主教様からの通信です。共有いたしますね。おっと。
ハイペリオンのみんな。
Hey, I miss you.
こんにちは。 律者コアに対する研究はうまくいっているかい？
You know, I still, even though his other version doesn't look bad at all, like he looks like some sort of person from like the nobility. That's the from the old nobility. That's like the what's the word for it? Like the vibe he gives from like his old outfit. But this outfit is just like so good. It like fits him so well. It's like I love the contrast of like the colors, like the black, the white, the red, and the golden, and even this like little cross that he has. His hair also looks really good. I just like really like him in general. That outfit that he has. Like this be the time where I would just like say if I was playing when this like story actually ended up getting released, I'd be like praying Hoyoverse to just like make Otto playable. Like I wouldn't even care if this is like a Bishoujo game. Just like give me this man and let me play him. Let me gosh, let me swipe for him. Just like let me do it. I'll do it, and no one will stop me. I just want this man to be mine. He's so damn cool and pretty. Look at his green eyes.
リタのことは許したのに、僕のことは許してくれないんだね。
Because Enrita was under orders from you? Maybe? Perhaps?
さて、冗談はさておき。確かにハイペリオンに用はないよ。天命の S 級バルキリーたちに頼みたい任務があるんだ。
Hmm. But didn't he say the last time that they were free to go?
それは例の旅と関係するものでしょうか。
Hmm.
さすがはデュランダル、頭の回転が早いね。その通り。すべて用意できたんだ。あとは君とリタが協力してくれれば終わりさ。ああ、そうだ。不朽なる刃の他のメンバーたち、そこに残ってテレサに協力するといいよ。
So only the S ranks.
何しろ、彼女はもうすぐ天命の大主教になるんだ。早めに業務に慣れてもらうのも悪くない。
Oh, how nice of you, Otto.
そういえば、そこにいる大半の人にとっては、これが最後の会話になりそうだ。僕はもうすぐ旅立つからね。
For the vast majority of you, then what would the minority be? Who is still gonna be able to hear from Otto even after he goes on this like journey of his?
ベルトもそこにいるのかい？すまないね。僕のせいで君たちは楽しい感謝祭を過ごすことができなかった。
Talk from the Vision novel?
ここ数年、ずっと君に謝りたかったんだ。謝り方もいろいろ考えたさ。例えば、記念碑の前でひざまずき、大泣きする僕を見せるとかね。
That'd be a thing to remember. Otto actually kneeling down on a monument and weeping to express his regret when he has never wept or expressed his regret on the things that he has done. Well, maybe he has expressed regret, but he hasn't expressed regret to the point to like end up weeping.
しかし、もう何年も前のことだし、君だってそんな嘘くさい儀式を見たいと思っていないだろう？
それが旅立つ前に俺に話したかったことか。
他に話すべきことがあるとでも？別の例を挙げよう。今の K423 は僕の謝罪を欲すると思うのかい？
Yeah, even though Kiana has grown up and is way more mature, I don't think she wants an apology from Otto. Especially if he's sounding like this, because it doesn't sound like a real apology, you know? It sounds like he's just like saying random things like before leaving. Because he doesn't like really even care. It's just like maybe to just like suit the hearts of others because he really doesn't care about him.
君たちは完璧なヒーローさ。いちいちケチくさい話はしないだろう？
主教様、 その話に問題があるかどうかはさておき、空の律者、いいえ、深淵の律者にはきちんとした名前があります。
Really nice of Durandal to say this.
K423 などではなく、彼女はキアナ・カスラナです。
Yeah, because I remember back when they were in Africa, she was also being like really rude to Kiana, just like not really calling her like her name. I think she was calling her Hersher of the Void throughout like the entire time that she was there. Probably because Durandal saw her as a threat because of the things that had happened. And because she was like to be fair, at that moment in time, Kiana was still not in control of her powers, and she could just like completely blow up at any moment in time and turn into Sidian and then go back into, I don't know, just like destroying cities, killing people, millions dead, kind of thing.
いいだろう。キアナ・カスラナ。確かにそれでも問題ないよ。何しろその名前の本当の持ち主は10年前にあんな風になってしまったからね。
This man, he's like giving you a slap with his palm, but then he moves his arm back and hits you with the back of his hand. Like right after, because it's like not actually doing like anything to actually just say sorry. Especially to Kiana currently saying this.
テレサ、何か言いたいことがあるみたいだね。
Yeah, maybe to stop saying things because he's like saying all the wrong things to everyone here. Quote unquote trash talking Welt, quote unquote trash talking Kiana.
おじい様。
いいんだテレサ。無理して話さなくてもいい。君のおじい様はいろいろひどいことをしてきた。その点においてはちゃんと理解しているさ。
Okay, I definitely do know from his like dialogue and things that he has said that he knows what he has done. He just doesn't care.
まだまだ衝撃的なことが次から次へとやってくるだろう。
Yeah, the things about his journey.
その時、感情をおじい様に費やすべきではないと、そう思えてくるはずだよ。いい感情も悪い感情もどうでもよくなるんだ。
どういう意味？あなたの旅は一体何をもたらすの？
Maybe because he's opening it. Maybe it's not quite like a reset, but maybe the door that he needs to open in order to go to the past is about to bring in some like abominations or like some real danger, and it's gonna make everyone have to like battle against it after he's done with his journey, because he's supposed to be, according to the EX chapter, he's supposed to win and be able to go on this journey of his and go towards Colin. Now the question is, will we be able to know what happens after that? Or is that just like going to be like a story for another time, or a story that's only for Otto to live through kind of thing?
すぐにわかるよ。だから説明は割愛させてもらう。安心してくれ。君を危険にさらすようなことは少しもない。
Now, I don't know if I can trust this, because like him saying, what was it? You might find that some shocking things will happen soon. It's like when he says that, I can only imagine bad things happening. Things that will pose a threat to them.
デュランダル、リタ、カスラナ街の暁展望台に来てくれ。最後の仕事を全うしてもらう。
And will this be the final shift?
他のみんなとはこれでお別れさ。
Bye bye, Otto. See you later. The blonde hair overseer promptly cut off communication link, leaving everyone speechless.
何よあいつ。本当に人間が言うこと
He actually can't.
頭が私の口を塞いでなかったら、とっくに罵倒してやってたわ。
Good job, Einstein.
テスラ、彼があの話をしたのは俺たちを怒らせるためだ。しかし彼が本当にこれで去るつもりなら、俺たちを怒らせる必要はどこにある？
I think there was something that was mentioned on the last chapter about the things that Otto has been saying for them to just like not be trustworthy. Oh, I think it was Durandal and Rita. They were talking about Otto being like a man that always does things that are meaningful just like fully. and all the things that he's currently doing seem so meaningless. But he's doing them with like all of his like power. He's just like putting attention to all the details of these meaningless things. So the question was like, are these things truly meaningless if he's putting so much attention in them? And that was the question that was posed to us by either Rita or Durando. I can't remember which one of them were the ones that would actually mention that.
つまり僕たちに何かしてほしいからわざとそういう風に話したと。
Yeah, I also think that he has planned for us from the thing that he said about shocking things that are going to end up happening, even though they might not pose a threat to us, which I don't truly believe.
その視点で考えれば確かに辻褄が合うと思います。ですが私たちを彼の周りにいる人たちを怒らせて一体何のメリットがあるのでしょう。怒らせてどう目標を達成するのでしょうか。
He's the only man that would know.
彼の目的も哲学的に疑わざるを得ない。もし彼がパラレルワールドに行ってもう一人のカレンを探すのであれば、ある意味ではテレサさん失礼を許してくれ。彼がカレンのクローンを作り出した時点で満足できていたはずだ。
I mean, don't we kind of know this story already from the little Teresa side story that Otto had? Where, or I don't know from where it was, but basically Otto talks about the soul, right? Or maybe this is something that my friend mentioned to me while he was like explaining things about Otto. I actually can't remember. It's just engraved in my mind now. But the idea is that Teresa is not Colin, but Otto let Teresa live because he saw a bit of Colin in her, like her goodwill, her like sense of justice, those kind of things. Otto saw some of that reminded him of like Colin. That's why he decided to just keep her as his like granddaughter. But he tried really hard at cloning, and he gave up on it because he couldn't find the essence of the soul. He couldn't transplant or like place Colin's soul into like Teresa. So at the end of the day, any sort of like Colin clone that he would make would not end up being Colin herself. It would be like another. It would be anything but Colin, pretty much. It could only be similar to her, but it would not be her. But he wants her, like 100% her.
ああ、それならわざとこの世界を出る必要もないしな。
だから長光が話した不変な自由意志と一回のみ発生する選択の話が気になる。彼女は何らかの相対性のヒントを言っていたのだと思うんだ。
長光がまだここにいたなら彼女の考えを聞けたのに。彼女は実際の執行者として天命の空間実験の多くに参加していたから。
主教様は本気で第二の神の鍵を使ってこの世界を離れようとしている。そして本人が申告したように私たちには影響を与えない。
That's doubtful though. Really, really doubtful.
ですが。
Yeah, but.
ですが、相手はあの大主教様です。嘘はないと技術スタッフはそう考えるかもしれませんが、皆様もそうだとは限りません。
Because we also do know from like the entire story and the mangas and the visual novels that Otto does indeed lie. Or at the very least, he plays with his words really, really well to just like make everything be advantageous for him.
空の律者の覚醒事件も一つの教訓なのかもしれません。じゃあ、あんたたちは本当に彼の指示通り言われた場所に行くの？
They have no reason to like not go. They can be cautious, but I mean, if this is like their last shift and Otto really like ends up leaving, then it's like way better for them for Otto to just like be gone forever kind of thing.
行ってみるしかありません。罠かもしれないぞ。
Maybe.
だが彼の目的を把握しなければ、俺たちは潜在的なリスクを止めることができない。
Like, if maybe if it is a trap, what if he's like saying that what he's doing would not affect Teresa's crew and the anti-entropy crew, but it does end up affecting Durandal and Rita, and maybe some other people, or Nagamitsu and Nagamitsu.
一つだけご安心ください。今の大司教様は天命組織のすべてを代表しているわけではありません。
But if he's asking you guys for another shift, then he definitely still has some power.
彼が辞任を発表した時から、私たちはテレサ様の立場も考えなければなりませんから。
ええ、少なくとも不朽なる刃は皆さんを敵に回すことはないと保証できます。
君たちも気をつけてくれ。オットーに役に立たないと判断されてしまうとひどいことをされる可能性がある。
それは
Like Rihanna. I thought there'd be a connection because, you know, Abyss Flower, Welt, and the thing that it just like the image came to my mind immediately when he said this. As soon as he discovers that he can't manipulate you anymore, he may do something cruel. And I mean, there's a lot of more examples of this. Cecilia, Siegfried, Teresa, Kiana.
その名前を知っているのか。
ええ、その友人が彼女の話を教えてくれました。彼女は黒煙白化のかつての所有者。そして彼女とネゲントロピーの関係も大体知っています。
Even though she's the current owner of the Abyss Flower, or like the successor for the Abyss Flower, maybe she wouldn't know much about Rihanna because if I remember correctly, the visual novel happened in like the 1980s, between the 1980s and the 1960s, which is a very long time ago. And Durandal isn't that old.
リアーナさんは優しい人でした。あの頃の彼女と私の関係は、今のデュランダルさんとリタさんの関係と似ていました。ただ、その時の私は人付き合いが苦手でしたので、彼女とはそんなに親しい間柄ではありませんでした。
Back in the day, all she did was just like walk around and have like that trench coat on her. That was all she had on the visual novel, in the anti-entropy visual novel. And she showed up like twice.
本物のバルキリーだった。
あんたたちもリアーナのことを知っていたら、オットーがどれだけクズなのかがわかるはずよ。
司教様は確かにネゲントロピーにひどいことをしました。それは天命の暗い歴史の一つでもあります。
One of Chixal's darkest moments, because there are a lot.
まあまあ、この際昔のことを考えてもあまり意味はないわ。
True, I don't think any of the girls here have a body to be controlled by Otto like Rihanna.
ディランダル、それにリタ、もしあなたたちがおじいさまのところに戻ることが正しい選択だと思っているのなら、ハイペリオン側はあなたたちを止めたりしないわ。だけど、くれぐれも気をつけなさい。
Same thing that Well has been saying.
はい、慎重に対応します。
相手は策を決めて動くあのオットーアポカリプス様です。
Otto Apocalypse様。
事態に備えて警戒を強めてください。
ええ、最高水準で警戒するわ。すべてがうまくいくことを願ってる。頑張って。天命最強の S 級バルキリー。
ありがとうございます。そちらも頑張ってください。深淵の律者。
I love that instead of, well, I actually would have loved if they said each other's name, but them saying each other's title is kind of cool. Chixal's strongest S rank Valkyrie, well, Valkyries because she's also talking to Rita, and Durandal calling her the Herrscher of Flame Scion. It's also kind of cute because, like I mentioned, if I remember correctly, on the chapter where they meet, she always called her the Herrscher of the Void, so now she's calling her the Herrscher of Flame Scion. It's just kind of cute. Durandal and Rita left, and I guess it's time for me to leave as well. Can I TP over? Where is it? Go to Morning Glow Overlook. Track. Oh, I see it, I see it, I see it, I see it. It's under the boss. I don't have a quick teleport to it. Kinda sucks. I'm gonna have to walk over there. My controller's still not working. Please be faster. Ooh, okay. Can I just kill them? I can. Okay, good. Just finish off the pack with a single hit. It's pretty nice to be able to just hit both of them with a single sneak attack. Wait, this isn't. What's going on? Why am I getting stopped? I guess I'm just gonna. I really didn't want to fight any bosses though. Eat me. Oh, there we go. Did I get something good? I don't think so. Alright. This should be the first hell bar, or like the first phase. Can I just grab all of these? Just have them blow up on it? I don't think so. Or at the very least, it's not as tanky on this form. Almost there. There we go. Easy. I don't think I... Okay, I took some damage. And I think that was a physical buff? There we go. Tsuchi-chan, Kiana, please. I miss you! Wait, is Sushang her name? And Lee her surname? Or her last name? Lee Sushang sized up Durandal and Rita's rather serious expressions. She realized that their understanding of the Raksha's plans was a bit lacking. Hmm. Oh. There we go.
なんだかこの件、私が思っていたより複雑になってるかも。SQ バルキリーが全員ここに集まってるし。
There's only 3 SQ Valkyries? I just called them SQ Valkyries instead of S-rank Valkyries. I've been listening to them talk about it so much that it just like penetrated my brain and became the new word for a rank. It's only Tsuchi-chan, Rita, and Durandal. It's crazy that it's only 3. Aren't those the things that he was talking about on like the prologue thing when I got to play as him for a couple of seconds while talking to Sushi?
というより500年前から気づいてたかな。天命に聖女と呼ばれたバルキリー、カレン・カスラナがいるんでしょ。あんたたちも知っていると思うけど、彼女は羅刹主教の幼馴染でね。
Kind of interesting because on English it says childhood sweetheart, but I believe in Japanese they just mention her as a childhood friend. Osananajimi. I think that's how it's pronounced. These Sushang pause for a few seconds.
なんと言うべきかな。彼のあの人に対する思いは、私が寂しく感じるほどのものだった。遠い昔、砂漠にいた時、彼は一晩中一人で座ってた。そういう感覚、あんたたちにもわかると思うけど。
And this was shown in the visual novel. In the little bit of the visual novel of the Seven Swords, or the Seven Blades. One of the two, I always get them wrong.
つまり彼が本気だと思ってるんですか。本気でカレン・カスラナを生き返らせるためにここでいろいろ準備したと。
Is this a case where it's just like there's like no point for him to lie about it?
あんたたちにとって彼のやり方が冗談に見えるの？彼は最初から本気だよ。
I kind of like how Tsuchi-chan is expressing herself this way when talking about Otto. Like the way that she says this is so serious.
彼のやり方が冗談に見えるの？彼は最初から本気だよ。
It's like a different expression that she has. Like the moment that this topic came out.
それに彼が私を深層休眠から呼び起こしたのも、その復活計画が最終段階に入ったからだよ。
リース将様、それはあなたが大主教様に呼び起こされたこと自体が彼にとって意味があると。
Indicates that he is 100% ready to go through with the plan.
500年前の聖女様を生き返らせる自信が
And that too.
十分にあるのでしょうか。
そうだよ。だってこれは彼と私の約束だもん。
And this is what I wish that I knew from the actual visual novel, but the visual novel ended way too soon. It just didn't get continued. It just got dropped. Sucks.
あんたたちも知ってると思うけど、
Man.
500年前の事故で私は重傷を負ったの。当時そういう怪我はなかなか感知できなくて。だから羅刹人、主教は私を治す方法を見つけるまで私を深層休眠に入らせたの。他のことはさておき、この件については彼は紛れもなく私の命の恩人だから。
Multiple times. Multiple times.
500年前、彼が私に全てがうまくいったら君はどんな未来で目覚めたいと思うって聞いてきたとき、私は彼に対する好奇心から人類が崩壊に勝った時代じゃなくて彼が願いを叶えた時代だって答えたの。
Now that I think about it, at that point in time where Suichi-chan and Otto had met each other, I don't think Suichi-chan knew about the Honkai. So a lot of things happened in between, like that time from where the visual novel got axed or like stopped getting updates to the point where Suichi-chan entered the dip sleep thingy chamber.
その時の私は確かに彼が夢を叶える瞬間を見届けたかったんだと思う。
Sounds like there's a but.
私の市場だけどね。
But?
つまり今の大主教様は夢を実現させられる自信があるということですね。
Just to be absolutely sure, Rita changed her wording and asked the question again.
そうだと思うよ。そして多くの人はそのせいでひどい目に遭う。前の空の律者事件の時もそうだったって聞いた。
Yeah, like I don't think anyone trusts him when he's saying that nobody will be hurt, and then he's just gonna end up leaving. He's just gonna say bye, peace, and be out forever with nothing happening.
彼を止めるつもりは
ないよ。残念ながら命の恩人に対する約束を破ることはできない。
うん。
それにあの人は約束を守ってくれた。ほら、私を直さず呼び起こさないことだってできた。そうでしょ。
He could have just completely stopped caring about her. Like I actually don't even know how long ago Otto finished healing Suchi-chan, but maybe because of the promise that they had made to each other, he waited for a long time before waking her back up.
けど、あんたが本気で彼を止めるつもりなら、私はあんたを止めない。それは別に私とは関係ないからね。
つまりこれからどんな衝突が起きてもあなたは中立的な立場にいてどちらにも協力するつもりはないということですか？
あ、そうでもないよ。彼の味方として一度だけ戦う。その戦いが終わったら彼とはもうおあいこだから。
I wonder if this means if they were to meet each other again later on in the future, then she'd actually end up fighting against him.
ですがその時はまだあなたは天命のバルキリーですよ、リース将様。
うん、その通りだね。だからその時、もし私に力が残ってたら、あの男の後片付けを手伝うよ。きっと後片付けが大変だもの。
For sure.
そうでしょ？
For sure.
去年空の律者の実験の後、小規模崩壊が次々と起きましたが、不朽なる刃は休み返上で3ヶ月以上もかかってやっと制圧できました。
3 months, and there were still like a lot of things happening, or things that started happening just like later on after they got everything under control. I can't remember how long it was that Kiana was gone. Was she gone for like 6 months? I think. I can't remember. It was a very long period of time.
空の律者の復活は必然で、災害は避けられないと言っても間違いではありませんが、そのすべての始まりは主教様の計画にあって、私たち天命には空の律者の力が必要だったということを私たちもよく知っています。
そんなことは二度と起きてほしくない。そうだよね。
もちろんです。天命の最終的な使命は崩壊を倒すこと。その点はみんなが覚えているはずです。崩壊を倒すために崩壊を十分に研究しなければならないかもしれませんが、私たちは天命です。ネゲントロピーやましてやヨルムンガンドではありません。
But Jigsaw still has been doing like its own thing to study the Honkai, while still being able to while still managing to stop it from like spreading way too far and destroying humanity.
進歩のために必要な代価を気にしないわけがないんです。
うん。それを建前にする人たちと違って、きっとあんたは本気でそれを考えてるんだって。私は信じてるよ。きっとあんたにとって、それはあんたがあんたであることの証だと思う。けど、人類は自由だよ。だから、他の人たちにとって、彼らが彼らである証もいろいろあるんだ。
True. It's the thing with opinions. It's not bad to have a different opinion, or for anyone to have a different opinion from you. Just accept it, and if you don't agree with it, there's no need to fight it. Just let him be. Stop caring.
この時代のことは数ヶ月しか知らないけど、人々には共通するところと違うところがあって当たり前だって、私は十分理解できてる。多分、そういう違いがあるからこそ、この複雑で残酷で美しい世界があるんだと思う。とにかく、私にあんたの行動に干渉する権利はない。だけど、私の決心が揺らぐなんてことも期待しないで。
I wonder how strong she is right now, because if I remember correctly from like the novels, she tried to stand in the way of a bunch of people and she got beat every single time.
そういう決心が憎しみ
Mira,
の破壊ではなく
calm the kitty.
競争と試練を与えるのでしたら結果的に問題はないということですね。
そうかな。
Kitty's here.
人と
She
人が
heard my
違いが
call.
あるのは当たり前でしょ。
ん
善人はみんな同じなわけがないし、悪人だってみんな同じなわけじゃないから。それにどんな人が善人
Let's
か
bring her up.
どんな人が悪人か、
I,
その基準だって
come up here, you fat ass. Ah, you're fat. Here you are. Give her a little hug. 2 hugs. Besides, there isn't a single standard for judging what's right and wrong. Wasn't this said somewhere as well? Or did I hear about it?
だから自分自身の価値観を守
Or
る
maybe it's something that Durandal said?
あなたはそう思ってるんですね。
うん。私の師匠は昔こう言ったの。みんなが同じことを考えているなら武術はいらないでしょ。世界はそういった摩擦とぶつかり合いの中で前進し続けて私たちを作ったんだ。師匠はね、自分の信念、こだわりがないやつは眼中にない。けど師匠だって特例かも。こだわりがないことが師匠のこだわりだと思う。
つまり
え
私が司教様に計画のことを根掘り葉掘り聞いてもあなたは私を止めない。そうですよね。
その通り。確かに500年前の私は彼が願いを叶える姿を見届けたいって思ったけど。
I mean, knowing Otto and all the things that he has done in every single one of his like plans, even the his amazing plan that he had on chapter 789, which I loved. I think it's gonna be really tough to stop his dream, and to the point where it might even be impossible.
それとこれとは別。あんたたちのことに口出しする理由はないからね。もちろん、あんたが本気で彼を止めるつもりなら、相当の覚悟はしておいて。
It's gonna be a tough battle.
だって、彼の計画に含まれた詳細は全部、彼の500年間の執念だから。
The way that she says it, I think. I mean, I don't know how this chapter is gonna go, or like the next couple of chapters are gonna go, but probably for chapter 26, this is gonna be like my favorite quote of it. After all, no matter what his plans entail, it represents the sum of all his obsessions over the past 500 years. ¿Qué pasa, Mirita? Mira.
心得ています。
さて、私の話はそろそろ終わり。彼のところに行こう。
I'm getting close to her to see if the mic can pick up on her purring. I don't think it can. Like if
あの人が私たちに何をしてほしいか、私たちはまだ知らないから。そうでしょ？私の番だね。
talk to Otto.
行動を開始しよう。
Where you at? Alright, what you got for us, Otto?
いやあ、親愛なる S 級バルキリーたち。
Durandal, Rita, and Lee Sui-chan.
おや、全員沈黙するのかい？いいだろう。この真実味のないホログラフィーに向かって話す気にならないのも理解できるからね。
Right, he is using a hologram. He's not there in person.
だが、もし近頃僕がしたことが原因なら、ここで謝らせてほしい。
え
何しろこの世界を出ていく者として僕の表現欲求は確かに過剰だと言える。すまない、僕のバルキリーたち。主教の最後のわがままを許してくれ。
he just keeps saying last. It's becoming even more and more suspicious the more he says it.
つまり主教様は本当に別の世界に行くんですね。では単刀直入に聞きます。その代価は何ですか？
おや、代価。確かに何事にも代価が必要だ。しかしその前に言い方を訂正させてくれ。確かに僕はこの世界を出ていくが、厳密に言うと僕は別の世界に行くわけではないんだ。
Is it because it's gonna be a parallel world and place he's going in the parallel world is also Earth? Is that how this works?
僕の終点は世界の向こう側だ。それは世界と世界の境にあって時間を再定義する場所だ。
もっとわかりやすい言い方はないのか？前回あんたがそれを話した時、あんたが何をするつもりなのか全然理解できなかったよ。
Otto does always speak in a very complicated way.
いいだろう。例を挙げよう。例えば砂浜を歩くとしよう。
Mm-hmm.
僕たちが砂浜を歩くとき足跡を残すだろう。振り向いて足跡を見ると僕たちは自分がどこから来たかわかる。砂浜に残った足跡はわかりやすいが、別の状況だとそれはずっと複雑になる。分岐点だらけの庭を想像してみよう。
Uh-huh.
その庭にある道は異なる分岐点から伸びてきて、またそれぞれ新しい分岐点に伸びている。振り向くと足跡はとうに消えていた。
I wonder if this is gonna end up being like if this really ends up being like an analogy of time. It's like when you turn back, you see all your footprints behind, kind of like you can't go back to the past.
そういう庭を思い浮かべてくれたかな。それを最も抽象的な概念、時間だと思ってくれ。時間の庭には様々な分岐点があり、無数の未来につながっている。それらの分かれ道を一括りに考えたとき、それが根元も樹幹も無限に伸びる大樹だと気づく。その木は僕たちが直接触れられる次元には存在しない。だから僕たちはそれをこう呼ぶんだ。虚数の木と。
先行者はかつてこう言いました。虚数の木には無数のパラレルワールドがあって、無数の異なる私を観測できると。
If I remember correctly, this is from when I can't remember his name. But yeah, the Pioneer. Do I remember correctly, he was only called Pioneer for most of like the manga. Or I just remember calling him Pioneer the entirety of the manga. But in any case, this is probably from when Durandal got Sumeru.
その通りだ。しかし虚数の木の機能はパラレルワールドをつなげることよりもずっと精妙で複雑だ。先ほど僕が言った時間は虚数の木で分岐するという話はまだ覚えているかい？その事実に含まれた規則を細かく考えるとこう気づくはずさ。もし僕たちが虚数の木で自由に進む方法を見つけられたら、時間を逆流させることだってできると。
ですが、現実では時間を逆流させるなんて話は聞いたことがありません。
当然さ、難しいからだ。
キリ。
虚数の木と量子の海の競争関係について聞いたこと
キリ、
はあ
don't
るだろう。
fall. Raise your leg.
そういう競争関係があるからこそ、時間の方向が定義されている。
The competition defines the direction of time flow.
他の次元の本質と違うからこそ、方向に逆らうことができない。
It's another time flow that's not forward?
時間の方向に逆らうことができないなら、どうやって自分の時間を逆流させるおつもりですか？
時間を逆流させる方法はないさ。
Oh, I see.
誰も時間を逆流させることは
Yes, although I understand everything now.
だが別の角度から考えると、時間は虚数の木の成長方向に過ぎない。それ以外他の意味などないんだ。だから虚数の木自体を操ることができれば、世界の成長点を再選択することも難しいことじゃない。
Which would mean?
それは
Yes, Durandal, thank you for asking.
時間を操るのではなく、世界を操るのですか？
僕たちが今時間の流れを感知できているのは、僕たちと虚数の木の成長が一致している状態だからだ。逆に言えば、もし虚数の木の成長点を500年前に戻す。
Gimme is gonna get really hard now because of my kitty. She's laying on my arm.
500年前の世界は、僕たちがいる今を、すでに歴史となった未来を捨てることができる。
This way, the world from 500 years ago can give up our present moment and the future that has turned history. Eh?
それ自身の時間を
I'm so confused, Otto.
新しい基準から始まり再進化するんだ。
捨てる？再進化？じゃあ今の世界はどうなるんですか？
どうもこうもならないさ。結果から言えばそういう関係は相互的なものだ。君たち自身の存在は消失しないし、君たちの知ってる環境も大して変化しない。
If it's so perfect, then what is the price?
この世界は無からは何も生じないはずですが。
当然さ。しかしこの件において支払う代価は君たちとは無関係だよ。さて、
my wrist.
任務の前置きはここまで。これから話すことは僕が君たちをここに招集した目的だ。君たちには暁展望台からダニーロジまでの区域の見張りを担当してほしい。誰にもハイペリオンにいるテレサも含め近づかせないように。
どうしてですか？
虚数の木に非常に精密な操作を行うからだ。君たちも知ってる通り、僕は誤解されやすくてね。だから誰にも邪魔されたくないんだ。
ですが、
リース賞、
Kitty.
君には暁展望台とシャニアテ橋を担当してもらう。リタ・ロスバイセ、君には聖女広場、アルフス街、それからダニーロジを担当してもらう。デュランダル、君には臨機応変に動いてもらう。
So only two guarding, and Durandal's just like walking around,
以上だ。
patrolling.
解散。
Oops. The former Jigsaw overseer cut off the communication curtly, regardless of Durandal's questions. And the one hand, he did not. On the one hand, he did need more time to finish a crucial step in his plan. On the other hand, he was also waiting for an opportunity, one that would minimize the cost of his plan. And that remained elusive to the Jigsaw S-rank Valkyries yet. It was best they were kept in the dark.
私の番だね。
Old friend unlocked on recollection. Okay, it's still not over. 191 meters this way. Here then. Oh, sorry, Kitty. I'll give you my arm back as soon as the next round of dialogue starts, okay?
マントが長くなったからちょっと慣れないや。
I should. Oh. Oops. I keep forgetting that this doesn't actually just like have like an invisible barrier, and I try to walk against the invisible barrier to just like move slowly towards this point so that I wouldn't end up talking to Einstein. Anyway. It took about an hour before the data from the Herschel collision experiment was roughly processed.
ええ、確かにあんたの推測通り、支配の
Okay, Kitty.
虚数得意点も
I need to drop you down. You fat
リングは
fuck.
小さすぎない？
Okay.
支配劇場が原因で律者の虚数得意点が別の次元に漏洩している可能性があるというのが長光の考えだが、その要素も考えたかい？
Hmm.
考えたから言ってるのよ、ボス頭。自分でここのデータを見てみなさい。
リング状構造の半径推測、約10桁分のプランク長、信頼度の標準偏差。
I'm lost. Tesla? Einstein? What the hell are you talking about?
10桁分？
そう、あまりにも変よ。第一律者の得意点みたいに原子核ほどの小ささでも20桁分のプランク長はあるのよ。
So does that mean that the one from the Herrscher of Dominion or Dominance is too small?
10桁分も違う。つまり100億倍よ。
Hmm.
いくら別次元に漏洩したとはいえ、ここまで行く？その律者の力が別次元でだけ有効になるわけじゃないし。
別次元でだけ有効になるか。
そうよ、ありえないでしょ。傀儡の糸を出して自分の力を傀儡に注入することだってできたのに。
テスラ博士、こういう可能性を考えたことはないかい？
Mm-hmm.
は？何の可能性？もったいぶらないで早く言いなさいよ。
僕たちが支配の律者のコアに実験を行う前から別次元への重力崩壊がすでに発生していたのかもしれない。
Which would mean?
つまり誰かが支配の律者の力に人為的に干渉、もしくは利用してそれを別次元でのみ有効になるようにしたんだ。
Which would mean
そんな、それなら犯人は一人だけよね。
that Otto did something.
やっぱり奴の仕業じゃない。
That's what it means.
ホットーが支配の律者の力を全部盗んだって早くテレサに知らせないと。
Oh! 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 Well, Tessa, you just had to say this and now we just gotten it, you know? But, oh! Oh, that's big.
厄介なことになるわ。
1830, Saturday, October 14th, 2017, were the first time the Hyperion crew realized the real danger in their trip to Shiksal. Oh. He stole the power of the Herrscher of Dominance, and he created his own army of puppets.
悪で始まったことはさらなる悪で強くなるのだ。小説家曰く、人は死ぬべき時に死ぬのではなく、死ねる時に死ぬべきだ。しかし詩人は、オジマンディアスは何も残っていない。巨大な遺跡の周りには、果てしない砂漠が広がっているだけだ。と言った。
A little bit too philosophical for me.
私の番だね。
Oh. Okay.
美しい記憶は全部ここに。私の心の中にある。
Chapter 26, The Eye of the Storm cleared! It only took me an hour. I was an hour away from finishing chapter 26. That's not bad, I think.
これからの
I
道は
hope.
みんなと一緒に歩くから。だから心配いらないよ。
In any case, this is what I've been waiting for. Alrighty then. You know what time it is? Alright, first let me check. Or was it? Here. Clear chapter 26, The Eye of the Storm. It was... No, it was the Bird of Tragedy, right? What's the next of the name? What's the name of the next chapter? I need to know for the thumbnail. Uh-oh. It's not Raid. Wait, maybe... Nope. Uh-oh. Is it this? Rosie Invitation Raid? Otto's clones surrounded Hyperion, but for what? Oh, for she's just being a little bit silly. Just giving us a bunch of like, he knows we will miss him when he goes out on his like journey, so he just sends a gazillion Ottos to just like say hi. That's the plan, right? Dusk of the Fool is the name of the next chapter. Not bad. Also, Rita, can you like tell me real quick, what this means? Why does she have threats? Is she controlling the puppets? Was she somehow given the power of dominance? And she's now controlling the puppets of Otto? Was that why Rita was with Otto at the start of like the chapter? Does the connection between Rita and Otto go even deeper than I could have thought? But still, so here's what I want to mention. From this one movie that has kept me up for days, weeks, months since I started this chapter. But actually it hasn't been that long. I don't think it has even been a month. Maybe it has been a month. But the whole idea is that this is telling us, this seems to be telling us the story of the entire chapter. Because this happens, this is like the big deal at the start of the chapter of him resigning from being the Schicksal Overseer and then inviting Teresa's crew to the Schicksal headquarters, Colosten. And they're all preparing for a battle, and the whole entirety of chapter 26 is just no battle at all. And boom, 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 boom. Here it is. Here's what's next. The battle against the Otto clones. And they don't seem to be winning. And then there's also this. Sushi-chan already ended up showing up. So they're showing us on the trailer that maybe Fuhua and Sushi-chan are gonna end up meeting. Sushi-chan! And then for some reason, I don't know why, Mei shows up, even though she hasn't really shown up for the entirety of this chapter, of chapter 26, and ends up fighting Durandal. And then we have Kiana, well, Otto doing whatever that is, and then Kiana showing up, trying to fight Otto, but Otto somehow does this, which then leads to this, which makes it look like he wins. I don't know if he wins by beating Kiana. I don't know if he wins through time by like stalling until his plan is complete. But all of this definitely happens. And all this might definitely end up happening because so far we've gotten the first part of him resigning, and then we have the part right after that of the invitation to Colosten, and then we've had the clones showing up. So I'm gonna guess chapter 27 might have a little bit of a battle between Fuhua and Tsuchi-chan. Maybe. That might end up happening according to this movie. We might get a little bit of that, but it's a full chapter 27. I can't imagine what's gonna end up happening in this chapter, that I'm gonna end up needing an extra chapter after this one for like some sort of like finisher kind of thing, some epilogue, or I don't know what it's gonna be. I don't know if it's gonna be an ending. I don't know if it's gonna be an epilogue. I don't know if it's gonna be like an extra story, like the EX chapter Immortal. I have no idea. The only thing that I know is that after this, it's like we're completely gone from this area and we're going straight to the Elysian realm. Hey Hershey, how's it going? What's up, dude? So, oh, thanks for the follow. It's Hershey. Came in and just said hi. Hope you're doing well today. Actually, just it's pretty good. How's Honkai Impact there? It's pretty good. I actually just finished the chapter that I've been trying to finish for like, I don't know, a couple of weeks. but I ended up getting distracted to others from other stuff like ZZZ. Oh, there's like so much that stuff that I need to do, and like life and stuff like that because of dumb work. I'm going to other people's streams. Ah, but man, I just can't figure this out like at all. It's just like I don't see the connection. I don't see the connection between this and this like at all. I mean, I guess I wouldn't even know the connection between this and this either. Just like I don't think I see a connection. I don't see a connection between this and this either. Like I don't know what I'm thinking. There's like no way that they have a connection between each other. I mean, other than it being the continuation of the story. But other than that, I just have like no idea what's gonna end up happening. Other than the little bits of the tidbits of like secret information that the EX chapter movie gives you. But I'm excited. Wait, is it raining? No, it's not. Alright, it's fine. But yeah. Chapter 26 complete. Now, as for what I'm going to be doing next, that's the big question. Of course, I'm probably going to end up the stream soon because I got to do some stuff. I still got to go pick up my last upgrade for my PC, and then I got to install it, and then I got to look some other stuff in my house. Like, I should have like a thermal paste somewhere inside my house if I can find my old processor's box, but yeah, I'm not even sure where that might be. I hope my family didn't throw the box away with the thermal paste, because if they did, then I'm gonna have to buy another thermal paste, and that'd be bad. So I'm gonna be busy today, and that's why I can't be doing like a long stream and continue on to chapter 27, or at the very least the start of it. But I'm definitely excited about what's gonna end up happening. For the next stream, I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing. It's definitely going to be tomorrow, because it seems that at work I'm going to have a very short day. So I might be getting out of work really early. And if I'm feeling good, well, actually I should just say, if I'm not feeling like absolute garbage from like work or like sleep or something like that, I might just do a very, very long stream. And I think I might do it for like CCC. I think I might just like go back to TCC and do a bunch of like its story, in order to like start catching up to it, or like catch up to like other streamers, so that I can actually go to other streamers streams and actually watch, you know, their playthrough. Because it always feels like I'm very, very, very like what's the word for it, strict about spoilers. It's like I don't really want to like spoil myself from like the from other games for like the story that's that other people are going to be playing, because I often do like, I'm going to 2 years behind at the when I need to catch up to. Oh, on what game? I'm going to guess you're talking about Honkai, because there's no way that CCT has 2 years. I mean, if we're talking about the beta, then maybe. I don't know when the first beta was, probably like 2 years ago, maybe a year ago. Honkai Impact 3rd. 2 years behind. When would that be? What chapter are you talking about? I actually don't know how far behind this chapter would be. Like how far behind I currently am. I'm actually quite kind of curious about that. But yeah, I was actually just like I've been playing this game for like a while, and I actually started like I started really fast because I was playing the game and I was streaming while I was like unemployed, so I had a lot of time to play the game and to stream. But then I think around here. No. Right here. I played a bit when Elysian Realm came out, but I didn't really progress the story. So here. If I remember correctly, this is when the Elysian Realm actually ends up getting released. I don't know how long ago that was. Yeah, I think it's here because it says, in order to find the truth about a Honkai under Kevin's order, may set off for that place known as the Elysian Realm. Play the relevant chapters in the Elysian Realm mode. Yeah. Probably right here. Actually, it was kind of the same for me. Like, I finished that chapter. I started this part right here, the EX chapter, and then I stopped right here. Like, the day that I finished the stream for like this whole part of the story, I got an interview for a new job, and then I went on to do like to that place to just like get the interview. The interview went well. I got the job, and then I started working. So it's just like my entire like timing for everything got completely like screwed up, and I didn't continue with the story or streaming like at all. Has it been easy grinding back up or no? Oh, did you get it? Yep. like I mentioned, I did get the job, so it's I got busy. I got busy. Something happened in life that also made me just like sort of like stop playing for like a while. It wasn't really anything bad. It's just like my mom slipped, fell on her wrist, and kind of like hurt her wrist to the point where she couldn't go to well, it's also her dominant hand. Her dominant hand was the one that got screwed up, so I had to take care of her. And she ended up staying home like all day, and I didn't have like a good internet to be able to actually deal with her using the internet for Netflix and her phone, uh, and me streaming, because streaming takes like a quite a bit of power. So one of the things that I did after getting the job was immediately upgrade the internet. But the bad thing about the internet was that the ISP that I was using actually didn't have fiber. So I had to go to another ISP and get them to bring fiber over to my house and get it installed, and then I had to do the entire thing to get my like speed upgraded, and now I have pretty good speed. I know HOT has a new set. That's a big L for me. HOT. Harsher of Thunder. Harsher of Thunder. That's a lot of stuff going on. Hope you're handling all that one. Yeah, I'm try to be very positive about things. I don't try to let like the negative stuff like get down to me, and I like to like spread positivity in other streams and that kind of stuff. So it's just like, I'm never gonna let it take me down. It's never gonna let me down. Never gonna give you up. Na 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 na. Something. Yeah, I think if I remember correctly from my friend, the Harsher of Thunder new set was also like super old. Like it came out like a year ago. For example, I also have like the old set from the Harsher of Thunder, because if I remember correctly, this is what they gave you for the whatchamacallit, beginner's bonus. If I remember correctly, they gave you the domain of sanction, but they didn't give you the correct stigmata for her, so I don't have it. If I remember correctly, her correct stigmata is Benares. Yeah, Benares Awakening. And this is like supposed to be like the new thing, the 7 Dungeons of Retribution. And her new set is supposed to be, if I remember correctly, it's called Handle. Stigmata. And you can craft it, yeah, Handle. I don't know if it's really that strong now. To be honest, from what I played, I don't think so. Oh, you had the Benares and the main section, so you did have the full power Harsher of Thunder back in the day. But no, I don't think she's that strong right now, just because of the power creep happening. Like the new characters ended up releasing, which are... Oh, maybe I shouldn't be showing this. Maybe I'm spoiling you. But it should be like this couple of like girls right here. Sorry if I did end up spoiling you, my bad. Yeah, back in the day I used to clear everything but the power cliffs. Yeah, I mean, I used to do like the challenge thingies, the for example the Q manifold in the Memorial Arena. I was especially excited of getting up onto like the breakthrough levels, because my friend like a lot of the information that I know about this game was taught to me by a friend of mine that is a very big fan of the game. And apparently on after the breakthrough things like the Memorial Arena, you can just auto them. Like there's Aisha, not now. Like there's a button right here where it's like where it's just like auto them, or you kind of just like it completes it by itself if you already completed them before, and you can get up to like the last level. So I was really excited about that. But the moment that I started hitting the like these levels abyss, it started getting pretty hard. Even though I had the newest character like completely maxed, like I maxed her weapon and I maxed her stigmatas, and even then I still couldn't deal with like the enemies here. They were still really tough. It took me a lot of time to beat them. And then after that, my friend told me, oh yeah, by the way, it's the level 81 to 88 abyss is like way different from the ones below level 80, where there's like more weathers, and that means that you have to have a bigger like you have to have more characters in order to be able to actually keep keep beating like those challenge modes. Oh, show me some characters. Well, for one, I don't have them. I don't have all of them unlocked. I only have the newest ones, the ones that are supposed to be from like part 2. Level 83, I think I leveled up a bit when they increased the cap. Yeah, I was thinking of increasing the cap, like I mentioned, to just like get the easier rewards, but then I was shown that I definitely cannot defeat the enemies, and then I would actually end up earning less rewards than I currently am. And then I decided on like another full plan of to actually get the things that I want. For example, there's like this new character, which I actually got everything for her. Oh wait, maybe I haven't completely upgraded her. And what's cool is that they have like animations now whenever you're just like moving around. It's like CCZ, as a matter of fact. It's literally like CCZ. They probably got inspired by that and decided to like add it to the game. Or I don't know, maybe the devs from CCZ and Honkai Impact there were like friends. It might be done for then. Yeah, maybe. I don't know how much you... Oh, wait, you said that you haven't played for like 2 years? So yeah, it might be a little bit doomed for you. There's that girl. There's this one, the classic cute character. And she's apparently like a dog. She has like the ears. And she even has like one of them pierced. She uses like a big hammer. She has like her tail. And I think one of the funny things about her is that... my friend told me, or like he sent me the picture of what of like a description that she has on like her hammer, where it's just like the reason that I like the hammer is because it just does big damage, or something of the sort, which is kind of funny because it also reminds me of like Monster Hunter, of like people just like being like, the reason that I use the great sword is because I just charge up my attack and then I deal tons of damage and it feels crazy good. She's Bleakies. I mean, she's alright. I like her hair and stuff. Yeah, I'm a big fan of like a cute style of like characters, so I'm a big fan of her, especially because she's like a kimono Mimi type of like character. I like cat girls, cat boys, dog girls, and dog boys. And then there's this one. From what I heard from my friend, this girl is supposed to be like a fan of Durandal, so she's like following in on her footsteps. So she's like very, very strict, but she also isn't like that strong, or she's really just trying her hardest to follow up on Durandal's footsteps, but she's not strong enough to be able to do that. So she just ends up just having some fun together with this girl. And she just uses some crossbows as weapons. Like her outfit is nice. And I'll say nothing more after that one. Because I remember when she got released, my friend was just like, takes out the binoculars. She does look pretty good. But other than that, I don't have any of like the new characters. The Hersher of Thunder was given to me on the beginners. It wasn't even on the beginner banner. I think it was just a beginner reward, and as well as the Hersher of the Void. But I heard that the update right after I started playing, they changed the Hersher of the Void to the Hersher of Sentience being the free character for the beginners. So it's kind of sad. And then there's a couple of like new characters that are out also like available. There's like this girl that shows up in like the manga and the visual novels. Hersher of the Void may be getting benched soon. She's probably already benched for like everyone else that has all the characters. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case and she no longer has like any use at all. Because that's usually what happens in like games like this. Like I played a lot of like gacha before, and a lot of times just like the power creep just goes way too high up to where some characters that were like really strong back in the day just completely get benched. Like on Sentience, I forgot about her, but she's lit, one of my favorite characters, second favorite character. She's great. I just wish she showed up more. I'm like really sad that she only showed up for like half a second on, what was it? One of these chapters. She showed up for like half a second on one of these chapters and then she was never seen again. But the entirety of this couple of chapters were great with her. She was a great character, and I've heard that she's like a very, very good like mascot for like Honkai Impact because everyone loves her. She's just lovable, and nobody can stop like loving her because she's just like just funny. She's quirky. She just knows what to do. She's like, it gives a lot of people like the feeling of like she's like me for real. Yeah, it's stuff when returning characters. Those were your favorite chapters. This ones, the ones for like for the Herrscher of Sentience and Fuhua. Yeah, these chapters were really good. The movie right here really hit me hard. It was terrible. But I don't think the movie right here or the things that happen in this chapter really just like end up holding like a candle to what happens in this chapter. This chapter was absolute hell for me. I think I ended up crying like for like 20 minutes straight. I just like couldn't deal with it. I was just like way too sad about it. I couldn't handle it at all. And the movie for this one is more like uplifting than I thought. I was expecting something really sad. Like every time that there's like a movie, I'm expecting something sad because sad things happen ever since this ends up happening. Chapter 9, the dreaded and known Chapter 9 for all the Honkai Impact third players. It's just sad stuff. All right, this one's kind of happy, but then sad stuff, very sad stuff. Oh wait, no, this one's kind of happy as well. The one for like Cele. And then more sad stuff. It's just like it's pain. Talking about pain. Yes, Dunders over Nagasora is just an absolute hell of a chapter. For sure, Senju was definitely the mascot back in the day. She was like in all the ads. She even had a crossover with one of my favorite manhwas. Yeah, I got really sad. What manhwa? Now you got me interested. I'm a big reader of mangas. I haven't really gotten that far into like manhwas, except for a couple that have been like recommended to me that I just like one-off read them, but I don't look for any anymore, especially because I don't think I have like an actual place where I can read them. But if Herrscher of Sentience like showed up on one of them, then I'll take it. God of High School. Wait, what? God of High School had a cameo or like a crossover with the Herrscher of Sentience? I say it as if Herrscher of Sentience is just like its own thing. With Honkai Impact, the game is alright, the fights are amazing. Oh, yeah, I remember I heard about it back in the day because it was, what's the word for it? Crunchyroll was advertising it a lot, and I think together with like Tower of God, both of them were advertised a lot by Crunchyroll. So it kept getting thrown into my feed or like into my ads a lot. It was in one of the chapters. It came with a code too. It wasn't like a full crossover, but it was still cool. Yeah, that's still cool. I mean, the idea of it being like there can mean either one or two things. Either that the devs paid a little bit for her to like show up for like half a second, or that the person that was writing it, God of High School, is a very big fan of Honkai Impact 3rd, to the point where they decided to actually just throw in a Honkai Impact character out of nowhere, and maybe just like do like the little like crossover event where they where people could get the code and get, I don't know, maybe some crystals. I have no idea what the code might have given, but it's still a pretty cool thing. I remember there's like a couple of like games that all Honkai Impact that are, oh no, like I remember there's like someone that I follow that at one point showed that oh no, it's not Honkai Impact, it's Honkai Gakuen. Gakuen is the one that has like a bunch of like crossovers and collabs, and they even like show up in like mangas and stuff like that. Like there was one where they had like a little like collab or like a small crossover with like Monster Hunter, where Kiana was like playing with like, I think it was dual blades, and she was using like the Kirin's armor, if I remember correctly. It gave 80 crystals, I think. I got into Honkai when RDC World 1 made an ad with it. RDC World 1. Oh, I didn't see that, but it sounds interesting. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like I've heard that a Honkai Impact just doesn't really have many collabs like at all. Like the last one that they had was apparently Pro Mare, but they didn't really do much on it in order to be able to call like a big collab of some sort. Like the one that they supposedly did for like Evangelion, which actually had like an event for that. But yeah, Honkai Gakuen, the game that Hoyoverse developed before Honkai Impact 3rd, apparently has like a bunch of collabs. Like they've collabed with, like I mentioned, with like Monster Hunter. They collab with like Data Live. They have collabed with Hyperdimension Neptunia. And I think on a recent collab, oh wait, there's another collab. This one's like pretty big. Madoka Magica. That's a big anime that a lot of people know. And the most recent one, which I am not surprised like at all. I'm like happy that they got it, and I am not surprised at all that the game and that series actually ended up getting a collab because of how similar they are. It's Prisma Ilias. It's the Fate anime, but it's the Prisma Ilias version, which is the one that has like Ilia as like the main character, and there's a lot of Yuri, a lot of Yuri. Yeah, they're gonna keep doing stuff like that for sure. Yeah, for that game, for sure. For this game, I'm not so sure because they haven't done anything for this game in a long time. I haven't played any of the other Hoyoverse games, but I've heard that both Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail also haven't gotten like much attention in terms of like collabs. So yeah, they haven't really gotten much. It's pretty much MiHoYo's passion project since it's what saved it. Actually, apparently, there's a rumor. I'm not 100% sure about this, so take this with not with a grain of salt. Take this with a spoonful of salt. But apparently, not too long ago, Hoyoverse, MiHoYo, ended up throwing in like the patent or like the whatever the papers needed in order to just like take upon like the project and save it on like the market or whatever for a Honkai based MMO. And that's apparently gonna be the real big passion project for them. Like they did this, and this was like an action game that they really wanted to do and stuff like that. And they even added like the open world maps. I'm pretty sure you know about them, like the Sakura one, and then the other open world for plus Honkai Odyssey as well. That one too. So apparently, oh, and apparently part two is also big open world, quote unquote big open world. So now they're just like going for like the full thing, an MMO, for all like Honkai. Of the Honkai series, which would be big. Like now that they have all this popularity and now that they have all this money, they could really just like work on an MMO and make it so good. Especially because it seems like I know that a lot of people really hate on MiHoYo and Hoyoverse and stuff like that, but it always seems like whenever they're doing like their games and stuff like that, they always work with like passion. Especially because Honkai Impact and Star Rail is connected. I have no idea. I wouldn't be able to tell. It's probably just the idea is probably just that it's gonna be like some sort of like MMO of the Honkai series. Who knows if Kiana is gonna end up showing up? Who knows if a character from like Honkai Star Rail is gonna end up showing up somewhere around there, and you'll be able to like meet them and talk to them and fight against the Honkai together or whatever type of enemy that they end up drawing out. I never played Star Rails. I'm not a fan of the turn-based combat. Ah, yeah, I getcha. Because I'm also. Oh, wait, give me a second. Oops. Something started sounding on the background. Yeah. I getcha because I also am not really a fan of turn-based combat, but I'm willing to give it a try just because of the company that is MiHoYo, and because I've heard that it's actually not that complicated in terms of like turn-based combat. And I've also played a couple of turn-based combat gacha games like Epic 7, for example. Oh wait, what character is this? What character is this when you load up the game with pink hair? She looks fire. It might be, if it's the newest one, it might be Lantern. Where is she? No, she doesn't have pink hair. But right now when you load up the game, she's the one that shows up. Oops. Preview? It's her. Only turn-based games I played was like Pokemon, the basics. Ah, yeah. I mean, who hasn't played Pokemon? If they got a certain age. Because so many Pokemon games have actually shown up. Yeah, I think Pokemon and Epic 7 were the games that turn-based games that I've played. I actually, even though Final Fantasy is such a big game, I have skipped Final Fantasy simply because of it being like a turn-based combat game. It's just pretty cool. Like for example, let me show you. Oh wait, I haven't unlocked this. I don't think I can show you. What do her boots look like? Actually, just go into or maybe I can show it from the. No, I'm pressing all the buttons and I can't actually. There's like an appreciation mode. Here it is. There we go. They added this not too long ago, which lets you actually just look at the characters. What is this? I'm not sure what this is. This is how her boots look like. Pretty interesting heels though. Yeah, Sarbachi looks different on the loading screen. She has pink long hair. Oh, I know why. I think I can show it on the preview. Where is it? Those boots are fire. What did I click? I clicked something a second ago that showed something for her. I can't remember what it is. It's not this. Guide? Here. This one. It's this. So apparently she has like a different mode. Maybe. Oh, right. It's because on part 2, I don't know if you remember the elves. Instead of elves, now you have what's called an astral orb. And this is your self-insert. This is supposed to be like your self-insert, and you can also make it a male. So basically, it's like an activation mode where on a certain period of for a certain period of time, you're just gonna be having stronger attacks, and your attacks are also gonna be interacting differently with against like enemies. So you probably activate that, and she probably pulls out the glowing hair at that point in time. Are the elves still in? Yes, the elves are still in. But from what I heard from my friend is that they are no longer a main part of like the gameplay. Like you can still use them. Apparently, the elves can still do the same thing as like the astral ops if you're using one of the new characters as the leader. But apparently the astral ops are just gonna be better at the things that they're doing because they're made for it, and they just gave like the a little bit of power to the elves in order to be able to still be usable. Like apparently she's still good. The mini Kiana. Apparently she's still pretty good to use, according to my friend, and that's why I got the fragments. I didn't complete them, but I got them, I guess. I just need 40 more. Maybe one day I'll be able to get it. I just use Jingwei as a free-to-play. Can be pulling on elves. Oh, mini Kiana, the elf looks fire. Well, she is fire support. You aren't wrong because she is a fire support. She's apparently also a lightning support. But yeah, I've also been using Jingwei wings because it's like free to play. The only reason that I was able to pull for her or like grab her like fragments is because there was like a spending event, and because I started doing that spending event, I was able to pull on like the free stuff that they give you. And so I gained some like points in order to be able to get like a box that would give you the fragments for her, but I didn't get enough to actually unlock her. So I just got lucky. And I don't think I'm gonna be able to actually get her now because I'm really not spending money in this game like at all. I'm gonna be spending money later with the plan that I have to catch up. But right now it's not possible to be spending money on this. Plus, because I'm spending money on other stuff, like for example, this model that I have right now that's moving is a free model that you can just get on the internet, and the person is just like, oh, just as long as you give me credit, you can use it, and you can do whatever the heck you want. So I'm trying to like make my own character and get my own VTuber model and stuff like that. So I gotta save money for that. They make changes to the dorms. Yeah, we gotta catch up for real. For real, I'm falling real far behind. I don't think so. I don't think they've made changes to the... Oh, wait. I heard from a friend that apparently they're going to be doing some changes to the dorms later on. But the only changes they're going to be doing to the dorms is just make this much faster to do. Like, for example, you're going to be able to click, and it's going to allow you to do it again. To, like, choose the same errands that you did before and have them start. And as well for this, like, you can grab all of them with one click, and you can start all of them with one click. Apparently that's the quality of life that's coming, and that's pretty much it. Oh, another thing that happened, I think on I don't know if it was on this patch or the last patch, but they made it so like all the characters but that's not the real one. They made it so like the new characters also count towards the dorm level, because before it was only up to like, I don't know, probably up to like here, up to like Stygian Nymph or like Asura Imperia, or maybe even Dia and Korra, where they would start counting towards like the dorm, and now all of the characters end up counting towards the dorm, and even the A rank Valkyries count towards him, but only 180 points, which is okay, I guess. It gives you up to, where is it? I actually have no idea how many 180 would be. Maybe up to like level 30, perhaps. So we give you a lot of like buffs, maybe, or maybe level 20. But yeah, it's just like there's like small quality of life improvements that they've done. Oh, they also deleted co-op. Co-op is no longer a thing. It's gone. It's now Realms of Battle. It's single player, and it still allows you to do everything that co-op gave you. It gives you the jades, and it gives you rewards, and they're just like way easier to actually do. So this is another nice quality of life improvement that they had. What else? What else have they done to this game? Universal Mirage. They made it so I haven't done it, but I read it from like what my friend said in case I wanted to start farming. You can now do multiples with this. Apparently, like if you unlock like the last level, you can actually just use time scroll passes. Then you can select to do like 5 of them at once, and you just win once, and it uses 5 of the passes for you. Didn't really even like the co-op. That's fine. I just wish they had content you could do in you could do co-op, and yeah, maybe they wanted to add co-op just for people to have something to do like with friends, or like have a way to just like communicate with other players, because currently there's like none other than the chat, but the chat can be kind of cringe sometimes. Kind of cringe sometimes. So yeah, there's really not much to the chat other than talking with friends, and there's also the Armada. If anything, I wish that the Armada had a quality of life update, because it really doesn't have much. It only has well, the commissions, the contributions, and the sim battles. But the sim battles are like such old fights. It's like none of these bosses are like relevant now. Sometimes chat is fun. Oh yeah, Armada. I need to find an army, an active Armada. Apparently, my friend is in this Armada, and apparently this Armada was like way more active before, but now it's like a little bit like slower. Like before, they were supposed to get the I think it was this one up to here, and sometimes they don't even reach this point, which means that it's not very active. Like right now, I think it's how much longer? 9 hours. It's 9 hours that they don't even have the first checkpoint because of the score that they have right now. They need 500,000 in order to get this first checkpoint, and they still haven't completed it. So yeah, you can tell that it's not active currently. And I think that's it. There like isn't much. It's like the bonuses that they have. They've apparently been given way more. Oh, this is another big thing that they've been doing. So at the start of every patch, they give you a stigma box for free. Just straight up for the new character, they just give you a stigma box. But they also changed the gacha. So for this is still the same, pretty much the gacha for the new characters. But for the equipment gacha, the issue now is that there are no longer any off rates. As you can see, before there'd be like more things like right under this. There'd be like more weapons or like more stigmata, but now you can only get the stigmata from the character that is for the character that is currently available on like the banner. For example, this is like a new character, Selema, and you can only get her weapon and her stigmata. And they also up like the drop rates for this. Apparently the stigmata was like way lower before, and now it's at like, I don't know, 5% to get each of the things. So now the issue at the end of the day is getting the weapon. If you can get the weapon early on your drops, and then you get 2 of these on the next couple of drops, you can just say, screw this, I'm gonna save, go all the way back to the equipment, and notice that all of your things ended up expiring. You can go back onto your equipment and just grab the last one, and that's it. That's what you can do now. Or if you get lucky, you get this, which is the source prism, which is the new material that you need to use in order to upgrade the stigmatas. It's no longer the one that there was in the game before. Used to have the toughest times getting the stigmas. Yeah, I bet. I mean, it's still really tough to get the stuff, to get like everything. Like I mentioned, the weapon is like the big deal in trying to get it because it's like the 1 in 4, and the drop rate for it is like the lowest, 2.5%. So it's not really that big, and you can still get really unlucky and just like not get it. If I remember correctly, I got lucky with Senadina, and that's the only reason that I was able to like complete her, was because I got lucky. But other than that, I haven't gotten lucky with like any of the characters. I didn't manage to get the character that I wanted, so it's like stuck on 30. I'm probably gonna get the next one once I save more because I don't really have much, and I'm just gonna pray that I get the thing for the next character, especially because I've gotten a couple of free cards. Can you show me the character currently in the banner? Yeah, sure. It's Selema. However you pronounce her name. It's her. Her little profile pic. Preview. She's cute. She's apparently kinda in hitter-ish. So she's up a lot of people's alley. And she also has Tummy. Everyone loves Tummy. And she uses like the Sheen blades. This is like another new weapon that they have, which is like double blades. I like her aesthetic. She's really pretty. I wanted to get her, and she was the one that I couldn't get. I ended up missing, so that's why I'm saving for the next character. Reminds me of a vampire, yes. Her weapons, the way that she's dressed with a lot of like red, and the whatchamacallit, and the hairstyle. The hair that she has, it's like silver hair. She does really remind you of like a vampire or some sort of like undead kind of thing. Oh, here we go. Other than that, another one of the new characters. I think that's it for the new characters. There's a bunch more. Ponya, Eden, Crisio, Bilvi, Suchi-chan, Ai-chan, Susana, Mistelm, Prometheus, Shigurakira from the visual novel. There's a Syrian character. I was really happy when I saw this after I completed the recent characters, that apparently Syrian has a character, but apparently she's an undead. No, apparently she's a human, but she just has like she has that aesthetic, or she has like that image from having like a very pale skin, from the clothes that the color of the clothes that she's wearing, and the color of her hair, as well as the color of her eyes, being like purplish. And apparently some people are really happy about her animations because she actually just like pulls out her tongue during her animations. Like she even licks her lips. Tyrion's a character now, yeah, but it's not the Tyrion that you may think about. She's apparently part of an event. Like, you know how there were a couple of event characters, like I've not been told about them before. Like Teresa. This Teresa is like an event character, as well as this Brony. So, oh yeah, and Syrian's free. Syrian's free, by the way. You can get her from the shop. Not here. Where is it? War Treasury. Here. You can get her from here. You can also get her like fragments from here as well. The only thing that you'd be missing is her weapon, because you can also craft her stigmata. It's one of its weapons. This one. This is her stigmata. So you can craft her stigmata, you can unlock her, and even SSS her. But you just need her weapon, and that's the last thing that you'd need in order to be able to unlock all of them. Oh, also another big thing from like the new characters is that every single one of the new characters' stigmata is craftable. This is the one for Helia. This is the one for Coralie. And this is the one for Senadina. You can craft them. The only thing is that this resource right here is rare. It is really, really rare. So if you use it to like craft all the stigmata for the characters that you want, you're not gonna have enough to upgrade the stigmata themselves, because that's what they use now. instead of let me see if I can find a character with a non-upgraded stigmata.
リリア
Like before enhance. Oops. Quick upgrade. Like before you'd be able to use like this, whatever this is, and like all of these things. But now instead of this material, it's the source prisms. Yeah, you gotta be smart now because you don't really get much of that. You can get it from here. And this is like the resource that you get from like pulling. They just give you extra of this. But this is only limited to 5 per version. So it's like you can't get many of them. Yeah, the cubes. Oh, the Honkai shards. Yeah, except this thing is no longer used. Oh yeah, you used to have this before. I think you still use this for like weapons. Pretty sure you still use them for weapons. But for stigmata, it's this now. The source prisms. There's also this. The Honkai pieces, but no one uses this. This is like no longer used. I'm actually even surprised that it's still in the game because they have deleted and removed a lot of like resources from before, according to my friend. Like apparently before there was like a little like resource that were like sakura blossoms, and apparently you use them to like upgrade some equipment, and they got rid of them and they added this. They just streamlined everything to just like make it easier for like new players, which is not bad. It's not bad at all. Forgot to grab that. All right, there's also like I don't know if this will surprise you, but let me show you real quick. There's a certain character that grew. Of course, this is a part of an event, so it's like not a spoiler for like the story. Teresa?
あなたの手のぬくもり
Teresa.
懐かしい
This is grown-up Teresa from an event. And yes, she apparently uses a cross as a weapon, but the cross is a double chainsaw. So yeah, about that. And she's got some pretty good animations, and apparently she got a costume not too long ago. You can literally just make her your wife.
選んでくれたの気に入ったわ
Yeah, she's just kind of your wife. Just the usual thing, just like wifing all the waifus. Yeah, this weapon is literally supposed to be a cross, except it isn't. And I think there's like something funny from like another character. Let me see if I can find her. I think it's actually I think I have her unlocked. Let me show you. This is another character that uses crosses as a weapon, except it isn't exactly a cross. This character, instead of using this cross, she actually just like straight up pulls out a lightsaber and fights with a lightsaber. That's literally what she does. Let me see if there's like something on the tutorial movie. Hang on, let me see. Let me pull up my OBS real quick in case this thing is like the loudest thing ever. Okay, I'm ready. Okay, I'm ready now. Don't be loud. Don't be loud.
グレーシュの目に映る世界は最初から普通ではな
It's kind of loud.
彼女の作品を見た人は最終的にそう認めました
Yeah, I like her design. She looks really pretty. And the random thing of her being able to like use her like lightsaber. Oh, the cool thing of her like having like yeah, see, lightsaber. It's literally a lightsaber that she just pulls out.
空旅海星の艦は流血特徴を持つ物理サポート
She's apparently a support though.
へと向かう
I'm gonna stop it because it really is kind of loud for me. I dropped it on OBS, but I didn't drop it for myself, so it's kind of loud. She's cute. She's really cute. There have been a lot of like cute characters. The singer that can sing, Chigura Kira, is also one of my favorites.
他に本気を見せましょう
Yeah, literally a lightsaber. Just like you can just pull up on to like the Star Wars fan, and you can just show that, and they're gonna think that this is a character from like a Star Wars game, like an original
よう
character.
やく星は私たちと出会えた
I don't think there's much else from like new characters, other than like transformations that there might be for a couple of characters.
任務の時間
Lantern,
他に支配が必要な
Dilemma.
人
Oh, now you can hear her voice. Prometheus, Mistone, Susana, Suchi-chan, a character from a post Honkai Odyssey, Miss Pink Elf, new Fuhua forms, new Teresa. It's like a lot of characters have been getting like in their like upgrades and stuff like that. But I think a lot of these things are like supposed to be like spoilers, so I don't want to like look at them too much because I want to like experience all of them. But yeah, apparently this game has like this game has grown, but at the same time it has lost a lot because apparently players were not very happy about part 2 because they mentioned that on part 2 they were just gonna like split themselves a little bit from like the main characters from like part 1. Like for example, Kiana, Mei, and Bronya are like not showing up that much, or like they don't want to show them up that much because they want to have like new characters. They want to have like a new story because apparently the story of Kiana, Mei, and Bronya ended. Whatever it is that happens in the future of this game, or like in the future of this story, ends up like putting like a closing the curtains for the trio. You're fine with that? Yeah, I'm still fine with that. I like the idea. I like the idea of them not getting stuck with the same characters forever. Because there's a lot of times where they sometimes keep the same characters for a very long period of time, especially when they go really, really hard with like the fantasy, because the characters that are currently being like the main characters, they need to keep upgrading or like getting like character development in order to be able to, for them to be like good characters or for the story to like progress. But at one point in time, your main character is just gonna end up turning up way too powerful. So the next thing that you're gonna do for like the villain is just make something that can just snap the universe. And at that point, it's just like, all right, this is a little bit too much. So if they're throwing like a new characters and they're like resetting like the power scale for like a lot of the things that are going on, then I'm fine with that. As long as the ending is good and wraps up good, yes, indeed. I agree. As long as the endings for them are good and they have like a good wrap up, I'd be happy with that. Especially because if you play a post Honkai Odyssey Part 2, you can get like, or a post Honkai Odyssey in general, you get like little bits of like hints of like maybe there being some sort of like sad ending to like the story. But I don't know if you know about this, so I'm just not gonna mention that. I'm just gonna keep it at like that. No more information past this point. But yeah, if you play post Honkai Odyssey, you just get yourself some ideas of things that might be happening. It's actually a good idea because it used to be pretty much like there was only 5-6 characters, having like 4 different people to play as. Yeah, it's really nice that the amount of characters that you currently have like grown. Like before, I'm betting that before all the characters that they had were probably just like up to this point, with Durandal being like the last one, because they started the characters have shown up like a lot, showing up a lot. Yeah, sure. Oh yeah, it's showing up a lot. Yeah, sure. Both of the dead ones just showing up, and then it's like the collab character, and then suddenly it's just like new characters that people just like didn't know anything about. And so up to that point, it's spot on. Yeah. I can tell only because the next one is literally just the characters that's not even supposed to be in this game. It's like a collab character, and he's had like 4 different versions, especially the early versions. I saw the early versions for like a lot of the characters. Like for example, there's like this, and then there's 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 like the special moonbeam, and that's pretty much all they had. And apparently, so far, I'm surprised seeing this. Apparently, Kiana has only gotten 2 new battle suits, which are both of these. Which is actually a surprise. I thought she have gotten more. Oh, there's also skins. Skins are pretty good. Let me see if I can show you a good skin. One of like my favorites or something like that. The new characters still don't have a skin yet. Shouldn't take too long. I mean, the skin from like the grown-up Teresa is pretty good. The turn her into your bride kind of thing. Just wife her. Easy. Who has a good skin that I've seen before? I don't know. Let's show Syrian skin because apparently she got one. This one from like Chinese New Year. Oh, right. And Sirin, of course, being a ponytail character here, is an absolute tsundere. Azure Imperial, whatever, however you spell it, skin is fire. Oh, which one? Azure Imperia, Fuhua, Fuhua, Fuhua. Where's Fuhua? Should be up here. There he is. Azure Imperia. And which one? This one? The white one? It's not bad. I really like this one though. It's like she's ready for battle. And that's why I like this one. And I also like the contrast of like the white and then having like the little like bandages on her arms that are dark. I really like it. Chiki-chan with her skins. The shark skin, where she actually just pulls out like a shark plushie and beats you with it. And then she apparently got this music one, where she's like a rock star. Just pink. Apparently that one doesn't have like big animations or that. And then there's also like the new Fuhua, which is also like spoiler. Who else? Who else has a very good skin that I can show off that is really, really new? I think all the new people that have gotten like skins are actually just spoiler characters. So it's probably bad. Yeah. I think all of the ones that have gotten gacha skins are just like story characters. And I'm scared of clicking on them. I remember the Asura Mirror skin being popular. Sounds like someone a skin that might be popular, especially because of that. Because a lot of characters also have that. I think Durandal has one as well. Where is it? Is it on this one? No, it's not this one. It's not on this one either. Yeah, here it is. I knew Durandal had a wife one. What does Vilvi look like? She looks big. Vilvi. And she also has a skin. Swimsuit. I don't know anything about her character because she hasn't shown up, but apparently she's supposed to be one of the Elysian Realm characters. I'm gonna guess that she works as a mechanic of some sort. I'm gonna guess, just because of all the things that she has on her body. A bunch of like gears. Yeah, she's not bad. She's not a bad design. I like that she has like the split hair design. She has like a darker hair and a lighter hair here. It's pretty nice. Yeah, all the gears. It's another one that could be interesting. I mean, I guess Aisha becoming playable is a big thing, you know? Who would have thought that Aisha would become playable at one point in time? And she has a bunch of skins as well. Also, she uses a big circle. This is supposed to be the collab skin with, not Prometheus, Promare. And this is probably like the basic skin for her, because it's just a recolor. Yeah, it's just a recolor from green to red, and this one is like an actual skin where she actually has different things on it. And then this is like the collab skin. Yeah, apparently she's also supposed to be like an event character, if I remember correctly. Like they just let her be playable. Like the event was apparently really fun because it seemed like an April Fool's event. Like the game is supposedly like goes down and then you need to like enter the game and you meet up with Ai-chan and you're supposed to like go along with her in order to be able to fix the game and stuff like that, and you meet like quote unquote the devs of the game and you get to just like smack them on the back of the head and tell them to give you crystals, kind of thing. It's supposed to be like the story of her event. And I think that's pretty much all the characters that you might know. Suichi-chan is cute. I like Suichi-chan. Oh, I got this from the spending event. I didn't even notice. I forgot about it. That event where I got all the fragments for the little Kiana, I ended up getting her skin. And this one's really cute just because of the bunny. I really like the bunny. But yeah, that's pretty much about it. As much of the characters. And there's like all these characters, but I think these characters are supposed to. Oh, there's Raven. A lot of like these characters are supposed to be like the Elysian Realm characters. Probably up to here, because Li Sushang is not part of like the Elysian Realm, and I is part of like an event, and Susanna is Susanna. Maybe Miss Stellan is also like an Elysian Realm character. But yeah, they spend like a lot of time in like the Elysian Realm, because it's supposed to be part of like the story. Like if you're playing the game, the moment that you finish this, before you do this, you're supposed to do the Elysian Realm. I remember Raven being added and I was hyped for her. Wish she was stronger. Yeah, I heard she's a fire support, but she's like one of the worst fire supports you could ever have in your entire life. Like she isn't really like a DPS, and she doesn't really deal that much damage by herself. And as a support, she's like very me. Let's check her skins. Let's check her skins before ending, because I do need to start looking for that box under my bed. It's probably under my bed. And then start planning what I'm gonna be doing to get like the last part of my PC. She also hasn't gotten like any other things. She has like the base skins. Hoodie, no hoodie. The recolor. She has like a bartender outfit. I think this was like the big paid outfit that she got. And it's really nice. Apparently this one's really buggy. Like her physics don't really work well on this skin for some reason. And she has like a Halloween outfit. And that's pretty much it. Super, super, super Halloween outfit. I don't know what she is though. She has a lot of everything. She has like the buttons. She has like a random like teddy bear. She has wings, and I think those wings are attached to her. Yeah, the wings are attached to her. And she has like the bandages. I don't know if she's supposed to be like a vampire or something. I like the gown though. I like the gown. Apparently a lot of people are a fan of this one just because Raven has had like the character of like a very independent person. So here, seeing her having this like very, very like tight fit kind of like outfit, as well as like the ponytail, was like a big thing for a lot of people. Oh, apparently moving the ponytail makes my game lag or like lose frames. Oh, no. Maybe it's just like the frame rate of the physics are low. It's probably it. She looks like she didn't know what to pick. Just be everything. Because you know she's part of like the orphanage. She has like not orphanage, the rooster. She has like the kids to like take care of on the rooster. Well, no longer the rooster because they apparently moved to some other place. But yeah, you get the idea. This is probably something for the kids. Just like become everything for the kids, especially having all these like kitty kind of thingies, like the teddy bear. This is like something she would normally wear, but she has to wear for the kids. But yeah. Yeah, that's a lot of like things that have happened in like the game. A lot of characters getting released, the entire change from going from part 1 to part 2, and meeting this cute little character that has really cute eyes. I love her eyes. They're really nice. I'm really scared because when the new part got released, you see how there's like this like event thingies up here? On the main menu, when you go to recommended, they also show up right here in the middle. So when I was trying to go to like another chapter, like I was thinking that I was going to be on this screen, and I was gonna click right here and go straight into the chapter that I was playing, but instead I ended up clicking on the new chapter here and the cutscene started. So I had to Alt F4. So I hope I didn't ruin anything and end up missing like a cutscene at the start of like the new chapter. This is what showed up at the start, so I just like came here really fast and then I just clicked here, and then it threw me straight into part 2. Yeah, possibly added something for each kid, and would like that would be a cool detail. It would. I mean, I think. Let me check. I think. Yes, they have outfit info. The fathead bird likes to laugh on a deadwood branch. The black bat holds a knife in the mouth, and the one-eyed bear runs away. Next time, the fathead bear continues to laugh there, but the scarlet bat hides its knife. So the one-eyed bear gets so frightened and cries out, "Do you like my fairy tale?" Okay, this is 100% for the kids. But she's terrible at taking care of the kids. She doesn't even know how to tell a fairy tale. And she just told them the absolute worst fairy tale ever. The recommended tab will probably help you catch up and return. Although I think on this tab it only shows like events. Like this is one of the events, this is the other event, and then it shows like the newest chapter. I think that's all that shows up on the recommended, as well as things that you need to do on the weeklies and dailies. And that's pretty much it. Also, apparently this event is super fun, according to some people, because it's apparently supposed to be like Fall Guys, except with the characters that you know and love. It's like their own Fall Guys. I'm not gonna be playing it though, because of the thing that I'm gonna be doing. Oof. But yeah, I talk. Let me see. I have talked. I talked for an hour and 20 minutes. I think I ended up talking for an hour and 20 minutes. This is way more than I thought I was gonna end up yapping. But yeah, I really should start getting off so I can start doing the things that I was supposed to do today. Because yeah, so next time that I stream, I should be able to have a way better stream in terms of like quality, because I'm gonna be upgrading my CPU, my processor, as well as my RAM from 16 gigs to 32 gigs of RAM. Yeah, I gave it more than an hour ago. Yeah, you literally came here the moment that I ended chapter 26, and I was just about to say like, oh yeah guys, it was a lot of fun, we found out about a lot of things, I love Otto, yeah, I'm gonna say goodbye, yeah, catch you guys later, and then I started talking and it just never stopped, and it's been an hour. Yeah, that's a problem. I just used an extra hour to yap. By the way, I don't worry about it, because I really love to yap. Like I have like every single time before, when I was streaming like early in the morning, I'd take like 1 hour to like 40 minutes to actually just like talk about things before I started playing the game, and then another hour to like 40 minutes to just like end the game, which is, you know, a lot. A lot. Yeah, maybe I should just like at the very least stop the YouTube stream. 100% ending the YouTube stream, because there's like no point. I just like started japping and I didn't stop on YouTube. People are not gonna care for that on the bot. Just let me see something real quick. I don't think I'm gonna end up raining anyone. Japping streams be more interesting, since I normally just watch something while I play a game and tune in chat every now and then. Then you perfectly get it. I do agree with you. There are some times where I like just watching people just play a game, especially when it's a game that I like. But sometimes you just go over and then just start japping, and it's your time, and you start just like japping with them, just going ham in chat. And you start having like a full-on conversation with all the chatters, as well as like the streamer, and just have a fun time. Yeah, that's pretty much the same thing. But yeah, much appreciated, Hershey, for actually just coming and just like staying for like for the entirety of the extra hour of japping that I never expected to actually end happening. But I really should start ending in order to just like get ready to like leave the house, or like to look for the things that I need to start looking for, because people live a mess in my room, and I seriously have no idea where things might be ever in my room, because people always move them, and my own disorder turns into their disorderly mess, and then I have trouble finding things, like my mom, or like an aunt, or like literally anybody that just comes into my room, so I gotta find shit. But yeah, once again, just like Hershey, thank you for hanging out with me, just like yapping a lot. I hope you have a great day. I hope if you're gonna be sleeping, if you're gonna be eating, I hope your food is good. If you're gonna be sleeping, I hope your like dreams are great. If you're going to be going to another stream, I hope you have a lot of like fun going to somebody else's like stream, and I hope you have as much of a fun japping as you just made me have like a lot of fun just like talking about the game and stuff like that. It's just like I love talking. I love talking about video games. I love it. I am not gonna raid, because most of the people actually, maybe, hang on, who am I following that I could actually raid as like small? I actually don't have anyone. Yeah, I just don't really like rating people having like a low viewership, especially because I follow some people that are like double digits in terms of like viewers, and I feel like I'm trying to like I feel like people might think of me just like trying to like steal their spotlight in order to have some attention on me. So I put myself like a little rule where I would only rate people until I start reaching a total of 5 viewers on average. That's like the time where I will start rating people. So for now, this is how I'm gonna end it. Thank you so much once again, Hershey, and I hope you have a lot of fun. Hope your day goes great. If I don't see you again, I hope your week goes great. If I don't see you for a very long time, I hope your month goes great. If I don't see you for an even longer time, I hope your year is amazing. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Who knows? Maybe if you actually just like pause and don't come for a couple of months, by the next time you come over, I'm gonna have my own model because I'm planning on getting one. But yeah. I hope you have a very nice day, Hershey. Thank you so much. And I'm gonna be heading out. Oh 07. Bye bye.